what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a random maze. Now, I know that you guys have seen other random mazes that have been created on the with a computer program. This is my own idea, that you just take hula hoops and you throw them out into a pattern. And you guys want to talk a little bit about it's snowing. So we'll take another 30 seconds to talk about the snow. Yes, it's snowing out here. There we go. There's some snow. We are now going to be on topic for random mazes. This is this design of maze. I'm going to show you it first. There you go. Now, go ahead, solve it. Of course, you probably want to have some ideas about how to solve it. Anyone have some idea how you would go about solving a maze like this? Yeah, Armstrong goes, what? That doesn't look like a maze. Yeah, but this is actually a really cool maze, and it's random. Like, you can tell me, oh, switch this all around, and sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it won't work. So, you do not stay on one color, Bazua, but you are the closest of anybody right now. Go ahead, Bazua. Guess again. Not one color. So, Steele, what we are doing is we are doing a randomized maze. Show up earlier next time. And Armstrong says 2 colors. Which 2 colors do you want to try? Yes. No, just 2 colors. Yes. 2 colors. Which 2 colors do you want to try? Name 2, and we're going to go for this. I'm going to try to get from left to right on the color of your choice. Okay, let's see. That's okay, Whitaker. You will. Blue and red. So we're going to go from the left to the right on blue and red. Here I go. I'm going to do this first one. See if you guys have chosen the right colors. I'm going well here. Here. I can go over here, then to here. Then I can go down to here. I can go over here. I'm looking pretty good for getting over there. I'm up to here, over to here. And I have succeeded in solving this maze, going from left to right with blue and red. Okay, Heatley wants to try yellow and red. So we can do that. Actually, I'm just going to go to the next one. I don't want to be erasing things. My fingers are too cold to touch the keyboard. Later on, you guys can tell me directions using this, so we can go 1, 2, 3. So you can do it with that. Himley wants to try red and black. Okay, so we're going to do red and black. Okay, so here we go. Red and black. Bum. Oh, this is so easy. This is crazily easy. There we go. And you've solved it. Wow, that wasn't much of a maze. Okay, but you get the idea. And how could we make this more difficult? Any ideas? Well, first of all, this isn't always solvable. Can you actually, let's see if there's one of these combinations of colors that doesn't work. Can you give me a combination of colors that does not work? Go ahead. I want a combination of colors that does not work. You're going to try this inside your brain, and you're going to say, oh, that doesn't work, and you're going to say those 2 colors, and I'm going to try to solve those, and it's not going to work. Go ahead. Yellow and blue do not work. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it might be right. Okay, let's see. So if I start down at the bottom here, oh, yeah, this looks like a problem, because if I start down here, I can get to here with yellow and blue. If I start at the top, I can get, well, kind of to here with yellow and blue. Oh yeah, I could actually get to here. But I know, and there's a nice proof that you cannot do this with yellow and blue, and that is because using the other 2 colors, red and black, we can draw a line from the top to the bottom. So we know that this is not going to be possible for blue and yellow because from the top to the bottom, I can draw this line with black and red. Okay, so this is a really nice, interesting maze that we don't even know how many solutions there are. But we're going to go to like way more difficult. We're going to go to, or do you guys want to, let's do another one. Yeah, okay. So I want, you have to give me 2 colors that work and 2 colors that don't work. Okay, so 2 colors that work, say work, then give me 2 colors, and then don't work and give me 2 colors. Black and blue don't work. Let's see. So Armstrong says black and blue don't work. Yeah, I agree. Black and blue, black and blue. Wait, black and blue. Yeah, well, it's pretty. So that would mean that if I can draw from the bottom to the top yellow and red, I can prove that it doesn't work. And I think I'm going to be able to do that. Black and blue. Oh, maybe it does work. Okay, let me try to make it work first before I think that it doesn't. Okay, here we go. So here we go. I can go over to here, then to here, and then to here. So yeah, that's not working. So again, black and blue. Yeah, no, this isn't working because from here I can only go this way, and this way. So that means I must be able to draw a yellow and red path from the top to the bottom, even though I failed the first time. It's got to be able to be done because there's no alternative. So if I go over here, oh, then I can go up here, over here with red, yeah, down here, and over here. So yeah, you're exactly right. Black and blue don't work. So exactly correct. Good. And which ones do work? There might not be any that work, by the way. Okay, and work red and blue and yellow. No, it's only 2, Whitaker. You don't get to choose all the colors. You don't get to choose 3 of them. So do you want to try red and yellow to work? Let's see. So we're going to try to go from the left to the right with red and yellow. I'm just going to erase these ones here. Oh, and you can see that it is going to work with red and yellow. Yeah, because we're going to use most of that path that we found before. We're going to go like this, and like this, red and yellow. Here we go. Good. Okay, so we are set for that. Now, any ideas how to make this maze harder? Because yeah, this isn't. Yeah, Raider, we're trying to solve these mazes here. So you go from the left to the right, and you can only use 2 colors. And right now we're trying to figure out what is a way to make this maze harder. But Raider, please show up on time next time, okay? Okay. Rightio. So give me a way to make this harder. Not just with this maze, with any of these. There's another one. Add colors. So Armstrong says add colors. Yeah, if you add colors and you go and you try this many, many times and you make it for a bigger grid, it doesn't necessarily make it harder, but it could make it impossible more at the time. So if like I have 100 different colors and I just randomly put them in here, am I going to be able to even get to the left to the right using 2 colors? No. So, but it would be interesting if I used 100 colors and I could only choose half of them. Maybe that would make it harder. But that's not elegant. And whenever I'm creating puzzles, I like to be elegant. And 4 was a perfect way to make this puzzle hard. Well, let me show you. Here we go. Here is definitely one way to make this harder. Would you agree? let's just say yes. Yes, you've got to say that this is going to be harder for you guys to figure out. But go ahead. Yeah, well, the more colors, yes, but I'm not interested in more colors. I like just using 4 colors. It's my own elegant way of dealing with this. I just like 4. 4 colors is sufficient. But go ahead. You tell me 2 colors that work here. Okay, we have to go from the left to the right with just 2 colors. So you guys can spend some time and figure out which 2 colors work here. And I haven't even tested this. So I have no idea if this is even possible for any 2 colors or if it's possible for all combinations of colors. Moore suggests black and red. So we're going to go with Moore's idea first. Here we go. Okay. And I just have to turn my keyboard over because it is snowing quite heavily here. Okay. Wipe this off because I don't want to lay my keyboard on wet snow. Okay. So we're doing black and red. Here we go. This is just my ideas of trying to solve this. Maybe you guys have other ideas. I have come to a screeching halt here. That didn't work. Yeah, so that didn't work at the bottom. But maybe you're suggesting... oh, why am I outside? I'm outside because it's springtime, and that means that birds are out. You guys can't hear the birds probably, but there's birds. And yeah, that's a nice time to be outside celebrating spring. Okay. We are going to try again. Oh, stop this. Okay. I'm going to try again with black and red. Here we go. Black and red actually looks really good. Black and red, I think you guys are right. I think you've got it. And yeah, you find a path. And I should have, instead of jumping in to solve it right away, I should have just looked. My computer is really slow. You can see it's working. Every click that I make, it's working. So I bought a new computer, and it should be arriving next week, guys. So then we are going to be able to do these puzzles faster because this is painful. Look at this. It's like I'm like a slug moving from hula hoop to hula hoop across the board. Okay, here we go. There. And here. And here. And we are out the other side. Okay, so yeah, we can go. Hooray! Good. Yeah, it's probably a big lag. Yeah, I can guess that. Okay, so another way to make this puzzle harder is actually to make one more color. But actually, before we do that, I'm just going to get you guys to choose an impossible path here. Okay, choose an impossible path. So you guys were correct. You chose red and black to get across. Is there a color that fails to get across? And actually, yeah, go ahead. Black and yellow fails? Okay. Okay, yellow and blue fails? Or yellow and blue is a success? Yellow and blue. Yeah, yellow and blue doesn't look good, right? Black and blue fails, okay. So if black and blue fails, it means that we should be able to draw from the top to the bottom with yellow and red. So let's see if we can draw from the top to the bottom with yellow and red, because that's the same thing as saying that black and blue are impossible. They're going from left to right. So here we go. Going from the top to the bottom. And there we go. Looks good. Looks good. I'm trying to look ahead a little bit as I'm doing this. Okay. Go. Am I going down a bad way? Oh, I can't seem. How do I get through that? Oh, yeah. I see. Oh, no, I don't. Oh. Yeah, I'm go right? Okay. So from here, then over here. It's so slow. You can't do it. So that means if I can't do it, then it must means I can work with red and blue. So so now I'm going to try working from the left to the right with red and blue. Okay, so I'm trying with red and yellow from the top to the bottom. If I can't do that, it means that I must be able to go with black and blue from the left to the right. Oh, stop. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so black and blue. Okay, so I'm going to start there, and there. Okay, here, and here. Yeah, I like that you guys are solving a whole bunch of different ones. That's great. So it's laggy. Yeah. I think that's just going to be, until I get my new computer, I hope the new computer will solve it. But until I get that new computer, I think that's going to be the reality. Oh, wait, yellow and red does work. I am so silly. Yeah, okay, yellow and red does work from the top to the bottom. So I'm sure you guys figured that out long ago. I'm outside because it is springtime in Canada. So I'm trying to do here two things. The first thing, I'm trying to show that it's impossible to go from the left to the right with black and blue. And one way to show that is to use red and yellow to get from the top to the bottom. Okay, so here, all I need to do is to go from there to there, to there, to there, to here, and I'm out. Okay, so you can see I got from the top to the bottom with red and yellow. That obviously means that from the left to the right, it's impossible with black and blue. So this is for sure an impossible problem. So that's exactly what I was looking for. So we solved this with black and red, and we showed that it was impossible with black and blue. Okay. If you go to a really, really, really large grid, I suspect that probably half of these are going to work, just less than half of them are going to work because we're dealing with a rectangle. If we deal with a square, it's not totally obvious, but it should be, I think it's going to be about half of them are going to work, half of the color combinations. How many color combinations do we have here? Let's figure out that. So we have yellow and red, we have yellow and blue, we have yellow and black, we have red and blue, we have red and black, and we have blue and black. How many was that? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that 6? yellow and red, yellow and blue, yellow and black, red and black, red and blue, red and black, and blue and black. Yeah, so that's, is it 8? Okay, let's do this. Okay, number 1, yellow and red. Number 2, yellow and blue. Number 3, yellow and black. Number 4, red and blue. Number 5, red and black. Number 6, blue and black. 6 combinations. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to guess that if you go to a really large grid that is square, that probably 2 out of those 4 are going to work going left to right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now let's go to the next idea. The next idea is actually to go to 5 colors. But those going to 5 colors and going to a really big grid, if you do that, you'll find that if the grid is big enough and it's totally random, you will find that it will never work. It's just too easy to get cut off going top to bottom and going left to right. Everything's going to fail. But we can go to a different style of grid. Instead of going with this, we're going to call this grid here that we've been working on. Instead of going with this hex grid, you can see that, okay, those are all circles, but they're arranged in a hexagonal way. Every circle is surrounded by 6 other circles. So that's kind of like a hexagonal grid. Okay. We are now going to go to an orthogonal grid. So this kind of grid here. We're going to use 5 different colors. Now, if anyone is colorblind out there, I hope that this is going to work for you. I chose yellow, orange, red, blue, and black. So those are the colors that I used. And what do you think the rules are? So I'm not going to tell you the rules. I want you to come up with the rules for how to go through this maze with 5 different colors on an orthogonal grid. Tell me the rules for this maze, this random maze where you're throwing hula hoops all over the yard and you're jumping from one to the other. Right, so that if you're colorblind, I thought the yellow, orange, and red would be different. No rules. No, Miller, there are rules. There's very precise rules. 2 colors. So McLaughlin, you're not wrong. I'm 3 colors. Armstrong, you're not wrong. So there's an interesting thing. Neither Armstrong nor McLaughlin are wrong, and they're suggesting 3 colors and 2 colors. So there we go. Left to right, sure. You can go left to right. You're not wrong. That's absolutely. Bazua, 2.5 colors. You are wrong. Yes, it is either 2 or 3. You can choose. For the time lag is probably my slow computer. Unfortunately, it's probably not the cold weather out here. Okay, so the rule is if you are deciding to use 3 colors, you can only move north, east, west, south. News. North, east, west, south. If you're using 3 colors. If you're using 2 colors, you can also move diagonally. Now, which do you think is the better choice? Do you think it would be better to have only 2 colors but be able to move diagonally? Or do you think it would be better to move only orthogonally but have the use of 3 colors? Orthogonally means up, down, left, right, or north, east, west, south, but not diagonally. So that is an interesting question for you guys to think about. Good. So what are we going to do? We are going to have you guys suggest either 2 colors to get from the left to the right or 3 colors. Okay, if you're suggesting just 2, you know that I can move diagonally. Okay, go ahead. It's hard to distinguish from red to orange. Okay, so yeah, that's true. The way it projected is less good. Well, but it's still, I hope it's okay. Yeah, so maybe going forward with this maze, I'm going to come up with symbols, so it just isn't hula hoops. Maybe I'll use symbols, or maybe the orange ones will be squares or something like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to modify this puzzle to make it not just the colors, but also some other information. So go ahead, you can choose whatever you want to. So I'm going to wind up the stream quickly here. I'm going to try to just choose 2 colors and see if I can solve it. And then if you guys want to try some of these, you can either just make your own randomized grid, and some of them will work, some of them won't work. I'm going to try to get from the left to the right here using yellow and orange only. That means I can go diagonally, and it just looks so sweet because I see a huge diagonal here that I'm just going to take advantage of. So I'm going to go like that, like this, over like that. Oh, you see, this is totally sweet. So maybe it's true that choosing 2 colors and being able to go diagonally is better than choosing 3 colors. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. So that didn't work, so I'm kind of stuck there, so I'm going to try again. Maybe I'll come off here, see if I can do this. And there we go. Okay. And that worked. So with yellow and orange being able to move diagonally, this worked. So I'm going to stop here. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope that you guys are doing awesomely in these very difficult times. I'm thinking of you. So take care, and I will speak to you and puzzle with you on Friday. Bye-bye.